7 in the first half. Knicks never trailed, led by 19 at the break, and never looked back in beating the Bucks 116-94. Great to have you with us. Bill Pito here, along with Wally Zerbeck. And Wally, this box score should be framed if you're a Knick coach or a Knick fan. 35 assists on 43 made field goals. Whew. Again, every starter in double figures. So for the 7th time in 8 games, every Knicks starter scores in double figures. And the Knicks committed only 7 turnovers.
It's a clinic. That's what it is. Just an offensive clinic. The ball movement is outstanding. All 5 guys trying to make each other better. The new wave of the NBA is get guys out there that can shoot the 3 and space the floor. And the Knicks have that, and they're using it. And their offense, led by Karl Anthony Towns, was outstanding tonight. Boy, did he come out on his home floor, set the tone early, 27 points in the first half, just dominated his matchup all night long. It's good to see him in a Knick uniform.
All right, so the Knicks were up by 19 at the half, and the Bucks got no closer than 15 the rest of the way. Normally get a little pushback in this league, not tonight. Knicks took control in the first half, and it was easy peasy from then on.
Well, they knew the Bucks were coming off a nice win, and they were on a back-to-back. So they played last night, won by 23. But Karl Anthony Towns, when you come out with this type of focus, Allen asked him about it, and he mentioned it in the Atlanta game, that he wanted to get his team off to better starts. The tone was absolutely set for this game, that it was going to be a complete domination by Karl Anthony Towns and company. Brook Lopez is getting up there in age, doesn't like chasing people around the three-point line, can't move his feet up there on the perimeter, and Karl Anthony Towns took advantage of that, went by him multiple times, finished around the rim. How about Tyler Kolek? Outstanding minutes again. Nice drive to the basket, really good off the bench, 8 points, 3 for 5, nailed his threes, 2 for 4 from the three-point line. There's more of the ball movement, 35 assists, like you said, on 43 field goals, and only 7 turnovers. That is outstanding basketball if you are a coach. You love seeing that.
You see the numbers there as the Knicks dominate the Milwaukee Bucks to improve to 4-4 on the season. Monica McNutt now joins us, helped call the game on the radio, ESPN New York. Monica, a little bit less stress than the last couple of nights on that road trip, that's for sure.
Everybody's nice and calm, and Wally just stole the point that is the highlight for me, which is the 7 turnovers tonight. Listen, that is excellent use in terms of taking care of the basketball. And I would venture to say, don't quote me on this, but I think before you got to growth minutes with some of those second-unit guys off the bench, it was actually 5 turnovers. And so the starters did a great job of taking care of the basketball and capitalizing on the mistakes made by the Milwaukee Bucks.
Monica, let's just go back to the bench. Obviously, that's been a big question. There have been games, 2 games ago, only 3 points off the bench, but it seems like Coach Thibodeau is starting to trust some of those younger guys coming in to play meaningful minutes.
You know, Wally, there's this saying that if you don't slow down, sometimes life will slow you down, right? And so, yes, we know that that's maybe not Tibbs' first instinct, but with the roster in its current shape, life has dictated that you're going to have an opportunity to get some valuable minutes for guys that you may need until you can get this roster healthy. And so I think to that end, though, you're seeing guys take those minutes seriously. Tyler Kolek, who you mentioned, was fantastic. I think that there's something to Ariel Hakporti. I think Jericho Sims is coming along nicely. While the stats are out there about the shots that he has not taken, I'm going to translate that to playing to his strengths in terms of knowing that he's in the game to rebound and defend primarily.
Also, Monica Deuce McBride, 14 points off the bench. In 8 games the Knicks have played, in 6 of those, McBride has been in double figures off the bench. Karl Anthony Towns, we talked about it at the half. How important was his assertiveness in the first quarter? 13 points in the first quarter to get the Knicks off to that great start.
Set the tone, Pito. Absolutely set the tone, not just for his teammates, but even here in the arena, right? You could hear the arena reacting. Who doesn't react to 3 big-time dunks when the lane has parted as if it was the Red Sea? And so that is hugely important. While this team is still figuring out some things defensively, you know that Karl Anthony Towns is here because of the versatility that he brings on the defensive end. Not only did he score rocking the rim, but he also got involved from the three-point line. He also had that little, on the right side, I believe, he had that little short pull-up jump shot where he got made it a three-point play. And so he's showing you his versatility offensively, and the defensive effort is also going to continue to come. Giannis, he's a force to be reckoned with, but I thought the Knicks did a decent job of protecting the paint overall, and they get out of here with a good win. They've been able to share the basketball offensively from not just the starters down to the bench guys.
Monica, this is the 4th time the Knicks have held an opponent under 100 points in this high-scoring NBA. What did you see out of their defense tonight?
Well, I thought they did a much better job with the second and third efforts. That's something that has been thematic through the first 5 games for sure. It was definitely something that was lost in Houston and Atlanta. And so I thought tonight, you know what you're dealing with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And while I think OG Anunoby was frustrated a little bit with the fouls that he picked up early, and there were certainly moments where Josh Hart thought that there was contact that should have been deemed illegal, I thought they did a good job of standing their ground. And sometimes, and Wally, you know this, sometimes in basketball, the best defense is just beat by really good offense. And so if your scouting report is to do your best to make a player uncomfortable, no matter how good they are, and you can get through it without fouling and remain on the floor, then you're doing a solid job. Ultimately, the Knicks were the better team tonight, despite Giannis Antetokounmpo having some eye-popping plays, which a guy like him is just going to do.
Giannis tonight, 24 points in the loss. Monica, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon.
No problem.
You guys are talking about the intangibles. Second chance points, huge for the Knicks. 18, Bucks only had 8.
I'll tell you, another guy we don't give enough credit to is Josh Hart. He's been off to a great start this season. In the preseason, he was trying to figure out his role, but he has stepped up in every game and given you exactly what you need from him on this team. Just the heart. The heart of this team is Josh Hart, no pun intended. He does everything to help him win. He's knocking down those threes when he gets them. Teams dare him to shoot. He's taking it with confidence. He's making that shot every once in a while, and that's what he has to do to keep that defense honest. He's been very important to this Knicks start of the season. He's been playing really good basketball.
Hart tonight, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists.
There you go. Always a triple-double.
Always fills up the box score, right? All right, Tom Thibodeau's got to be a happy Knicks coach as his team dominates Milwaukee. Saying hello to his old pal, Doc Rivers. He was on the Boston staff. Tibbs was when they won the title under Rivers. Stay with us, everybody. Presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Next up for the Knicks, they're at the Pacers on Sunday. Pre-game at 4:30, game at 5. Then Tuesday, it's the Knicks' first game in the NBA Cup. They're at Philly. It's a national TV game. You can listen on ESPN New York. And after that, the Knicks return for 4 games in a row at MSG. Time now to listen in to the post-game comments from Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau, presented by Chase.
Yeah, I thought the start of the game was important for us. I thought we played with a really good pace. I thought guys, were looking for each other. I thought they saw the floor really well. And when you have vision of everyone and you can recognize things, I think you end up getting a good rhythm from that. I liked how we played. I thought we shared the ball. We made plays. We cut. We got people open. We screened well. We did a lot of little things. And then I thought OG and Mikal really helped set the tone for us defensively with tough matchups, and Josh as well. And I think that's important. I thought Jalen played a great floor game, and I think that was important. I thought our bench came in and did a good job as well. And it's a good, solid win. It's improvement, and that's what we're shooting for every day. Just keep getting better.
How many guys like Giannis, use your whole team
Yeah.
put the job that OG did today? What makes OG capable of doing
Yeah, Joe, I tell you, OG's very unique in the sense that, he's got strength, he's got speed, he's got anticipation, he's got a second, third effort mentality, and I think that goes a long way. A lot of the things that he does for the team really go unnoticed, but I think his teammates have great appreciation for him, certainly the coaching staff, organization. You can't measure all the little things in every possession that he does, and the same with Mikal. Mikal takes on whoever the primary ball handler is, and he works at it all game long, and he keeps coming. And I think that says a lot about him. And then, Josh is going to hustle, get to loose balls, and push the pace, and do what he does. And if we do that, and everyone plays to their strengths, and everyone commits to playing defense, we can be good. But, we know right now we're shorthanded, so we have to play real hard, and we got to rebound the ball. And so we have to do that as a team. And if we do that, good things will come from it.
You mentioned the passing, and a lot of threes up. Not a great percentage, but it felt like every three was generated out of a deep paint touch. And
Yeah.
I feel like you like that process, and that's something that hasn't always been there the last few games, and getting deep and getting those good reads.
Yeah, I don't know if it hasn't been there. I think the numbers will tell you it has been there. So, I obviously watch the games, and so I think the relocation has been good, the deep paint, driving off cutters' backs and stuff like that, things that generate threes, I think we've done a good job with. And I've mentioned this to our team. Offensively, I think we're fine. You know, we're scoring plenty. The offensive rating says what we are. The field goal percentage says what we are. Three-point percentage says what we are. Free throw percentage says what we are, right? And the volume has to go up. And so when we play fast, we're more dangerous. And then, we have to rebound so we can get out and run.
When you have so many new players and chemistry takes a while, and with Doc, which we've been talking beforehand about how, with you guys having new players, how hard it must be, but
That's a good man.
Is this the first time that you've seen this team?
Welcome back to HoopZone Sport News. Today, we're diving deep into the recent game where the Knicks showcased an impressive performance against the Detroit Pistons, culminating in a dominant 128-98 victory. This win highlights not just the scoring prowess of the Knicks, but also their defensive tenacity and team chemistry. So, let's break down what made this game so special. From the very beginning, the Knicks established their presence on both ends of the court. The game was characterized by an astounding 30 assists, marking the second straight game with that impressive number. Coach Thibodeau emphasized that this level of ball movement is essential for the Knicks' offensive success. He noted that sharing the ball and making the extra pass creates better shot opportunities for everyone on the team. The movement off the ball was particularly notable, with players cutting effectively and finding open spaces, which led to high-quality shot selections. Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns were pivotal in this game, demonstrating an undeniable chemistry that left the Pistons scrambling. Brunson's exceptional performance, scoring 36 points and dishing out multiple assists, was a testament to his ability to read the game and find his teammates in advantageous positions. He was particularly adept at making plays in the paint and hitting corner threes, showcasing the fluidity of the Knicks' offense. Towns, too, had a standout game, contributing significantly not just in scoring but also in playmaking. His willingness to share the ball, combined with his ability to stretch the floor with his three-point shooting, hitting an impressive 65%, opened up space for his teammates. This dynamic is something the Knicks have been looking to build, and seeing it come to fruition is encouraging. The Knicks' defensive effort was equally impressive. With 16 steals and forcing 22 turnovers, they maintained pressure on the Pistons throughout the game. This defensive intensity is crucial, especially against a young and dynamic team like Detroit, which has shown it can struggle with ball security. Coach Thibodeau's emphasis on defensive pressure paid off, as the Knicks converted turnovers into easy scoring opportunities. It's clear that the coaching staff has instilled a mindset focused on both offensive execution and defensive disruption. One player who stood out defensively was OG Anunoby, whose energy and disruptive play created problems for the Pistons all night. His ability to pressure the ball and force turnovers not only highlighted his individual talent, but also showcased the collective defensive strategy of the team. Every starter contributed defensively, with multiple steals being recorded across the board. This collective effort is what Thibodeau has been preaching, and it's beginning to pay dividends on the court. As we look at the bigger picture, the Knicks are beginning to solidify their identity as a cohesive unit. The chemistry is growing, and players are starting to understand their roles better, which is crucial as the season progresses. The seamless ball movement and the unselfish play indicate that this team is committed to working together to achieve success. They are not just relying on one or two stars, but are utilizing the full roster to maximize their scoring potential. However, it's important to note that while the Knicks are making strides, there is still work to be done. Coach Thibodeau has acknowledged the need for continued improvement, particularly in maintaining defensive intensity for a full 48 minutes and cleaning up some areas in their game. The focus must remain on consistency, especially as they face tougher opponents down the line. This brings us to a pivotal question. With the current roster, can the Knicks take the next step in the Eastern Conference? There have been rumors surrounding Anthony Edwards and his potential interest in joining the Knicks. While he has publicly stated he isn't looking to move to New York, it raises an intriguing discussion about whether the Knicks need another superstar to elevate them further. The combination of Brunson and Towns, if developed fully, might just be enough to propel the Knicks into serious contention. The way they complement each other's game and share the ball suggests a promising future. But does that mean the Knicks should rest on their laurels? Or should they actively pursue another star to further strengthen their roster? As we analyze the Knicks' performance and future prospects, I encourage you to share your thoughts. Do you believe the Knicks are on the right path, or do they need to make a move for another star? Your opinions matter, so drop your comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to HoopZone Sport News for more in-depth analysis and coverage of the Knicks and the NBA. We're just getting started, and we want you to be part of the journey. Until next time, let's keep rooting for the Knicks and see how this season unfolds.